To understand culture better, let us look at this 8 dimensions of culture. The 8 dimensions are communicating, evaluating, persuading, leading, deciding, trusting, disagreeing, and scheduling. Cultures may communicate in low context or high context. In certain countries, a lot of things are assumed about a situation. So when somebody is speaking something, the other person will know many other things assumed about that situation. That is high context culture. So for example, maybe in some Asian countries, a lot of things may be assumed. So it's high context. On the other hand, low context, it has to be very specific. Western cultures may be more specific. There are no assumptions made behind the scenes. Yeah, so they are low context. Again, I don't want to stereotype, but I'm just generalizing based on, for example purposes. That's the meaning of high context versus low context communication cultures. Evaluation. In some cultures, it's a direct negative feedback, but in some, it is indirect negative feedback, like beating around the bush and telling in a polite way, or not even telling it, but just hinting it. Persuading. Persuasion is sometimes done based on principles, based on theory. On the other hand, it can be based on application. What I'm saying is correct because this is the proof. Leading. Hierarchical versus equality, egalitarian. Flat structure, there is all are equal, whereas hierarchical, bureaucratic. Deciding. Decision may be consensual, everyone involved. On the other hand, hierarchical, top-down decision. Trusting may be task-based, relationship-based. Trust may come by the way tasks are being performed and the performance. On the other hand, it could be not based on the task performance by an individual, but based on the relationship with the individual. Disagreeing could be direct, confrontational, or by avoiding confrontation to maintain harmony. And lastly, scheduling. Time is very strict, linear time. On the other hand, time is very flexible. So you see, hope this gives you more clarity on the cultures which you might have experienced at these one or more dimensions. Measuring the customer journey. Customer experience and feedback must be taken. Customer experience must be measured and feedback must be taken. When? Across the journey and at individual touch points and interactions. Not just once, but throughout the journey. Measurement should be done. Include direct measures such as service product quality, practices, value streams, resources. Different things can be measured. Start at the top with a metric for customer experience. Cascade down to key customer journeys and indirect indicators. Then maybe an overall experience metric. It can be broken down into metric for each interaction, or a metric for a specific practice, or a product quality, or a resource engagement, technology, tool, the way information is handled, or the way the organization dealt with them.